I feel like you're basically pushing the blame. You're trying to make things equal to push the blame off of who's actually responsible. And that's the problem.
Golly.
Because if you were to be honest about it, you would know like who's actually responsible.
So, all right, walk me down this. All right, let's walk this out then. Fair enough. Okay. Um, do you have are you want to talk about yourself or you want to talk about a friend?
It don't matter. I'm just
Oh,
saying no
all
matter
right,
how no, I'm
cool,
just saying like no matter
Use
how
a
you
friend.
cool.
no
Use a
matter
friend.
how you split it,
No, that's not what we're gonna do. We're gonna walk this down.
no matter how you we can
All
walk
right,
it down. We can walk it down, but no matter how you split it, we all know, like they say, who's the head of the household. We all know who the blame falls
all right,
on.
fair enough. Because y'all like to do that. Y'all like to make men leaders when it comes
Who's
to that.
y'all?
Just speaking in general, y'all like to make men leaders.
I'm just
Hold on, Ali, hold on, Ali. Y'all like to make men leaders when it comes to y'all passing the buck to place blame, but y'all never want to make us leaders when it comes to actual real leadership and actually getting y'all to do what we need y'all to do. But I'm not even gonna go down that rabbit hole with you.
That's facts. Ladies, stop asking men to be leaders, or you want a man who's a leader only when it benefits you, only when he's providing, only when he's protecting you, only when he's doing things that you want. But as soon as he tells you to do something that he wants, now he's controlling. Now he's not a leader. Now he's toxic. Now he hates women. No, a leader comes with responsibilities and authority. So it is what it is. So you either want a leader who's gonna tell you what to do sometimes, or you don't.
Can
I'm
I
gonna do
reply
this.
real quick?
Hold on, Ali, you cannot jump in. Let us have this. Let us have this because this is how we get to real solutions to real issues.
You're not even
All right,
mad.
all right.
I just feel like
Danielle, hold on,
Okay,
Danielle.
let me go.
Sweeney. This is what I'm trying to say. I feel like I don't know what you on today, but I was like last time
Hold
we
on,
was on.
that's why I'm trying to walk it down with you. Let me walk this down with you. Do you want to use yourself or do you want
It
to
don't
use a friend?
matter. It don't
Let's
matter.
start there. Then let's use you. You got children, right?
Yeah.
Who left? You or you or the boyfriend?
What do you mean who left?
Who left the relationship? Who decided that this relationship need to end? I'm leaving.
We both did.
Y'all both decided. So y'all both came to the table and said, "We're no longer gonna work. Let's walk this.
Why
Let's
are
walk."
you trying to
She's lying. That's why she's being defensive. It's never two way. Somebody always comes up and is like, you know what, this is not working. Let's end the relationship. And statistics show, especially the divorce statistics, that 70% of the time the woman files. So in her defense, because she's been being defensive, I can already tell she ended the relationship.
why are you trying to
All
push
right.
stuff on me?
You told me I could use you, so I'm
Oh,
gonna use you. So, all right. Why did y'all decide that y'all relationship y'all need to dissolve y'all relationship?
it wasn't working
Why not?
because he was not being a responsible leader.
What does that mean?
You know what that means.
No, I don't. I don't know what that means in
This
your
is getting
relationship.
too personal.
I
You need
don't.
to get
No,
to
no, no,
the
no,
point.
no.
You need to
She
make your
asked
point.
Ali. She asked me to do this. I mean, she told me I could do this. So let us do
You
this.
talk about
All
me
right.
making a
No,
point for 3 minutes.
Ali,
Like you've been
Ali,
talking literally for 10.
Ali.
This woman needs to shut up because this man over here, I know you guys can't see him because I'm covering him. He's trying to get somewhere. He's trying to, ask logical questions to figure out one of the reasons why these relationships come to an end. But as usual, the sisterhood usually wants to come in and save the other one.
Okay,
Ali,
that's a
let us
no.
have this. Let us have this.
You've been
She's okay
having
with
10 minutes. I'm done.
Ali.
I'm
Let
gonna
us
leave.
have this.
I just want to interject and give you real statistics. The Federal Bureau of Prisons, they say that there's 1.6% of Asians, there's 38.7% of blacks, 2.9 Native American, and 56.8 in white. I believe someone said it's only 1% of black men or black people in prisons. False. Also, only uneducated people insult people to start a conversation. If you got to start your sentence with, "Oh, I won't ask any more questions because I'm sure you're not smart enough to answer," you have women in here feeling uncomfortable, Will, because of your remarks. You have people saying this is a red pill, I'm about to leave. So you need to watch it. You're coming off very immature and uneducated.
They all could just kick me off the show.
Well, no. I would love if you could stay, if you just keep the insults to your wife. But let me
Oh, she's talking about his wife. She's getting spicy. How about your husband? Yeah, let me guess. You don't have one. Okay.
say something. You guys always mention.
Hey, babe, shut the hell up. You happy?
I figured that's where it came from.
You happy? Okay.
She tolerates that for a ring, but we don't have to. You mentioned
See, she's a single, independent, don't need no man, right? Okay.
that women get pregnant and they keep the baby instead of having an abortion, or they knowing the man won't stay.
I'm sorry. Why is she talking to me instead of talking about what they was talking about?
That, and I waited to say what I had to
You
say.
interrupted their conversation to talk to me.
Conversation, Sweeney wasn't even making sense. It's over
But
with.
why did you interrupt them to talk to me?
And here you go. I'm not talking to you.
Oh,
I'm actually talking to everyone. Let me finish. You mentioned about.
Can you imagine being in a relationship with this type of woman? And she's a good-looking woman. But can you imagine being in a relationship with this kind of woman and coming to her every day after work? At the back of your mind, you're going to be expecting an argument every time. Damn.
Or someone mentioned about women not need to have abortions and not keep the baby if the man don't want to stay. But they're making laws where life starts on erection. When you get ready to ejaculate, that's when life starts. It has to meet the egg. You control that. You're the one who think. You guys are the ones that think that you perfected the pull-out method, and you didn't. You don't believe in condoms. You don't buy a lifetime supply of magnums if you don't want a baby. So it starts with you. It starts with the man. The man has to become erect. There has to be blood flow there.
No, it starts with a woman be allowing and being willing to sleep with a man. You know, because men only sleep with women who allow it. And if they don't, if they use force, they go to jail. So it starts with a woman, unfortunately.
Then after he becomes erect, he has to get ready to ejaculate. We just lie there most times, because if you want to know, orgasms in women is very low. So we don't need much. We don't need much to get pregnant. It's all on you. So why don't men take some accountability where they lay their seed, like the lady said earlier? And again, if you got to insult to start a conversation, you're not that intelligent.
so
Men take accountability when they have babies. And if they don't, they're either forced on child support or they go to jail.
are you talking to me or are you talking to everybody? I'm confused.
I just want to.
Insult.
I'm just. If you're talking to me, I want to pass it back to them, but I'll respond to you. But you say you're not talking to me, but you keep addressing me. I'm confused.
She's talking to everybody, as in like men in general. I
But
think
she did not just direct her attention to me. I mean, are you paying
No,
attention?
you want
No,
me to. I'm
no.
saying that if anyone has to insult on the panel before they speak, it's giving uneducated. It's giving $12 an hour.
Does any other person hate when women these days use the term it's giving this, it's giving that? Like, she's a beautiful woman, but just listen to her speak just makes her unbearable. It's giving. Maybe you should stop using it's giving.
I'm really above that kind of conversation. I'm a boss lady, so I would prefer to have an educated conversation. It's very rare that we can do that, and I would prefer to do it tonight because it's a lot of things going on in people's personal lives, and they take time out of their night to have some type of a change theory conversation to actually change our community, impact our community, put some sparks in a man's head and a woman's head so we can come together
But men have to actually, we have to make sure that men actually listen. Because the only way it's going to work is if men start figuring out how to listen.
Men have been listening for the last 60, 70, 80 years to what you want them to do. You actually told men you don't need them. You actually told men that you're independent. This chick actually just said she's a boss lady. She even said some women who take a ring because they just want to, some women just take a ring just because of it, just because they just want the marriage, but she doesn't want it. Men have been listening, and men are choosing that, you know what? Okay, you don't need me, you're independent, you make your own money, got it. But then when things go left, then you're like, oh, men are not leaders. It's like, which is it? Do you want men or do you don't want them? Do you want them to be leaders or you don't want them to be leaders? It's like you can't pick and choose when you want men. You can't pick and choose when you want men only when it benefits you. But men have been listening, but now the men are speaking up and saying, hey, listen, baby, I know A, B, C, D, but I would love you to do this different. And then you're like, oh, no, I'm independent. Don't talk to me. It's not fair.
And I think that
Well, let me apologize to y'all. I might not be able to outperform my $12 an hour payment, my salary, my budget, my vocabulary.
But
So
I'm saying if you know how to, I'm asking Will, can I just ask one question? Can I just
It wasn't to you, Will. It's
if
to
my
anybody.
get to my $13 hour level, I want to apologize in advance.
Is there a way, Will, what I'm trying to say is like basically men have to learn how to listen so that it doesn't seem like, because what happens is women will get upset because they're not heard, but men don't know how to actively listen, so then women won't be upset. Like, do you feel like you're a leader, Will? Honestly,
he's a married man. I don't know what is more what shows a man is a leader more than that. If a woman is willing to marry a man and he's taking care of his family, I don't know what's better than that. You a baby mama. So clearly you don't know how to choose a leader. You don't know what a leader looks like.
I
think he's listening.
Maybe not listening.
No, he's listening. That's why he's not talking. I think he's just listening.
White, do you feel like you're a leader?
Yeah.
Okay, so do you feel like leaders have to listen even if it's hard?
Yeah.
Even if their feelings get hurt?
Yeah.
They still have to have the ability to listen, because if you want a person to trust you to lead them, you have to learn how to listen. You can't be so emotionally reactive that people can't talk to you. And then you take offense to it, and now all of a sudden you're going to shut down. No, you have to learn how to listen. And if men knew how to listen, then I think women would trust them.
No, men listen all the time. The only issue is, ladies, you want men to just listen without, giving you any form of accountability or any form of criticism. You just want to tell men what to do, but at the same time, you want them to lead. You cannot just tell your boss what to do. Your boss tells you what to do. He's gonna maybe take your input, but he's not expecting you to tell him what to do every single day you come to work. He's gonna tell you what to do 9 out of 10 times. Now, he may call you in and be like, hey, so what are you thinking about this? Any ideas on how to perform on this project? Right? But he's not expecting you to be going in every day at work to tell him exactly what to do. So you can't, like I said, they want leaders when it benefits them. Anyway, shout out to Lapif, man. This was crazy, but this is another example that shows that, man, the dating and marriage, it's getting worse.